Well, hello everybody. This is Dr. Troy Dukowitz of the Commit and Go Podcast, where we encourage you to make big commitments, take big action, and create big-ass results in your life and business. Today's topic is this: living the golden rule. Now, if we know, hopefully you know that the golden rule is to treat others how you want to be treated. And so I'm going to reflect here over the course of the past 2 days. We had a really great weekend. Wyatt plays for what's called Upward Sports. Upwards Basketball is the season that's going on right now. It's a really, really cool program. If you have one in your area, I highly recommend it. They do just an incredible job. And on Friday night, there was a celebration. And so we had the end of the season celebration on Friday, and just a great event. You've got a church that's just filled with kids and parents. And on the left side of the church, you have our side, which was the gray. So we were wearing our gray uniforms. And on the right side of the church, we have the red or maroon uniforms. And what they're going to do is they're just going to have fun competitions through the evening against the left side to the right side, the gray side to the red side. And as we get going, the gray side, woohoo, already won the first event. And we were now up 1-0. And we celebrated and we high-fived and we all had the woohoo sounds going on in the gym and some people even screaming. Then we had the next event. And in the next event, the gray side lost. And as a result of the gray side losing, one of the boys in our team, as I looked down at him, he had a very sad look on his face. And I said, "Hey, bud, what's going on?" And he said, "Well, there's a boy over there who just looked at me and made the L sign and pointed at me, and he was calling me a loser." I was like, "Oh, that's not very nice, is it?" He said, "No." I said, "So what do you think? I mean, there's nothing we can really do right now in this event, but what do you think? I want to know, like, how did that make you feel?" "Well, it doesn't make me feel very good." I said, "No, it shouldn't, right? That's not a very nice thing to do. However, you're not a loser, are you?" He said, "No." I said, "You're not a loser, buddy. You're a champion. So we're not going to take it personally. Don't take it personally. And just to make sure, don't you treat others that way." Can you remember that for me? Can you just remember, don't you treat others that way, because it doesn't feel very good. We'd have a much better place in this world if we were actually treating each other better, so how about you don't treat others that way? Now, the key here is because I've seen him treat others differently. And so he was now getting, as they say, a taste of what it's like on the other side, and that's exactly what he was receiving at that point in time. So we used it as a learning lesson at that point in time, but it's so important for him to realize, like, hey man, that didn't feel good. Like, I wanted him to feel it. How did it feel? And then I want you to make sure you don't treat somebody else that way. Well, then we go, and the next day, we have a little boy on our team who's feeling very upset, and he's upset because he says nobody is passing the ball to him, to which our coach, one of our coaches, walks over and says, let me ask you a question. Is there a time when you have the ball that you're not passing to other people? And he just froze. It's like, well, yeah, I guess. Well, answer the question. Is there a time? Now, these are first graders. Is there a time when you're not passing the ball to people? He said, well, yeah. Okay, well, how does that make you feel? How does it make you feel to be that way, right? To not get it. So how do you think the other boys feel when you're not passing to them? Okay, so in other words, don't come in here and start throwing stones at people when you're doing the exact same thing. And so this brings up this whole discussion of like the golden rule, treat others how you want to be treated. And the question that I really ultimately like to ask here is like, look, when you're looking at your body, are you treating your body the way that it needs to be treated? When you look at your relationships, are you treating your relationships the way they need to be treated or how you want to be treated? So I see men all the time complain. I'm a part of these groups on Facebook, and men complain about, oh, my wife this, my wife that. And I'm like, but dude, what kind of investments are you making in your relationship? What kind of deposits are you making in the bank account known as your relationship? And as they get on there and they complain and they try to make it look like everything is like all roses, but in actuality, they're assholes. And ultimately, what they need to be doing is making investments, treat their spouse the way they want to be treated. They need to show love and appreciation and affection and kindness and honor and all of these things that are so important in terms of a relationship. Look at your children. I once heard a statement that said, be as excited to see your kids as you want them to be to see you. So treat them how you want to be treated. Be excited to see them. Be energized to see them. Change the energy of the environment that you're in. If you want your staff to have more respect for you, then be the person who shows up deserving of that respect. Just because your name is on the front door of a business you may own doesn't mean they have to respect you. So what if you were to go in and as a person who's an actual leader and led by example and treated them how you want to be treated, with respect? So we look across our lives in body, being, balance, and business, we say, wow, it's not just children, because this is often where it's taught, right? It's often taught to kids, the golden rule, and then for some reason as we get older, the golden rule dies, and people just kind of start going at things in their own way. And we start to think of ourselves. We start to become more selfish, and we start to become more center focused. Now, this doesn't mean, look, if you know me, the first thing I do in the morning is get up and I take care of me. And I take care of me, I treat me well. And so if I treat me well, take care of myself. I'm taking care of myself first. Treat others how you want to be treated. So I'm taking care of myself first so I can show others how I want to be treated. And I'm going to go take care of my family. I'm going to take care of my wife. And I'm going to take care of my kids. I'm going to lead by example by pouring into them. And I'm going to give them love. I'm going to give them appreciation. I'm going to give them respect. I'm going to give them leadership. And in return, they will give that back to me. But they have to see it over a period of time. They can't see it just for 5 minutes. They can't see it for 3 days. It cracks me up when I have dudes like, well, you don't understand, man. I've been doing this for 2 months. I'm like, yeah, but you were an asshole for 8 years. Like, you got to go in and you got to lead your family. You have to do it consistently to show your family like this is the real deal. Treat others how you want to be treated. So if you have been in a relationship where you've kind of been a butthead for the last 5 years, and yet you want to be treated with respect, don't be shocked when you're not getting all the respect, love, and appreciation that you think you deserve. So we have to take this inventory, look across our lives in body, being, balance, and business, and say, okay, where in my life am I wanting to be treated differently, but in reality, I realize my actions have to change. If I'm going to live by this golden rule, treat others how I want to be treated, I am going to start treating myself with respect, and I'm going to treat others with respect. I'm going to treat others with love, others with honesty and integrity. And in return, I will get that back. But let me tell you, it takes work. And it takes consistent work on a day in and day out basis. The question becomes, are you willing to commit to the work? Hell, that's the essence of this entire podcast. Commit and then go. That's all I've got for you here today, folks. Hey, if you haven't already, head on over to iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher. Subscribe, rate, and or review. Seriously, stop. I know I'm watching you. If you have not gone over there yet, head on over there, subscribe, rate, and review. I would totally appreciate it. It gives me a better opportunity to create a deeper impact in this world, and also share it with people that you love, honor, appreciate, respect, that you think could benefit from the fire I deliver here weekly, Monday through Friday. Also, head on over to commitandgo.com, and over there you're going to get my free time mastery program. You'll also find out a little bit more about me, what it is that I do, and how I go about helping people, supporting people in a life of having it all. That's all I've got for you here today. I am Dr. Troy Dukowitz. This has been the Commit and Go podcast, where we encourage you to make big commitments, take big action, and create big-ass results in your life and business. We'll hear you next time.